Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikita and today I am going to be doing a Q&A. I actually was just doing like a little brainstorm and I was thinking that I should have done this when I first started my YouTube, but what's already been done has been done. So I just want to go back in, kind of do like a reverse and give you guys just a little insight on myself and the opportunity for you guys to know me a little bit better. So what I did is I posted on my Instagram story. If you guys don't follow me, my Instagram handle is ITZ__KITA. And I posted on my story for my followers to ask me questions for this vlog. So that's what I'm going to be asking. And then my intentions are for you guys, my subscribers, to know me just a little bit more. So I have these questions. I have these questions that I'm gonna be asking. I screenshot it because you know your stories only last 24 hours. So I screenshot all the answers, that way I have it to ask. Alright? Before we get started, guys, if you have not done so already, please do not forget to drop down below, like the video and subscribe. And when you're done, I'd really appreciate it if you guys were willing to share the video with your friends, your family, your loved ones. I'm on the road to, let's say I want to get to 500 subscribers by the summertime. I think I can do it. I'm putting it out there in the atmosphere, so like the video, share it, and please subscribe. Alright guys, okay, so I think before we go into the questions, I think I should just give like a general synopsis about myself. So I am 30. I just joined the 30 Club in November. My birthday is 11/11. For those that don't follow me or have no privy knowledge about me, my birthday is 11/11. I am very big on age numbers, and it's crazy because I feel like 11/11 is my numbers, my calling sign numbers. But other than that, I was born and raised in New York City. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and that is currently where I am working. I am a full-time United States Navy active duty military member, and I'm currently assigned here up in New York as a recruiter. So I'm absolutely not here to do any of that. As far as like my vlog, I'm not here to be recruiting you guys. But that's just a little insight about my background. So that's why you'll see in other vlogs I'll talk about service and I'll be supporting the military and stuff like that. So that's what I do currently. I've been in the military for about 10 years now. I joined when I was 20, went to boot camp when I was 21, so on and so forth. So I am going to be retiring pretty soon in the next few months. So I am just kind of branching off and to start my next venture in life. Alright, so let's get started with the questions. Alright, so the first question is, did you go to college, and if you did, what did you major? Alright, so I did go to college for about 2 semesters and I stopped going. I first started with New York City College of Technology, City Tech for short, and I didn't really have a major. As you know, when you first start school, there really isn't any, you're doing like the basics. And then when I hit the second semester, I decided that City Tech really wasn't like for what I wanted to do at the time. I was really into like medical and stuff like that. So I transferred over to Medgar Evers College, and yeah, then I just quickly realized that college is not really for me. In the midst of me doing that, I always had a job. From the time I graduated high school, I had a job in retail just because I like to shop, and my parents were not going to be supporting. I was not allowed to work while I was in high school. So as soon as I graduated high school, I got a job. And I decided to stick to retail because I like to shop and I had no money. My parents were not supporting my habits, so I literally got a job in retail so I could use the company's discount, and I used to just shop during work. So that's how my life started. or my adult life. And then after that, I just wasn't making enough money. Times was changing, cost of living was coming quickly to a rise in New York, and yeah, that's when I decided to join the military. It was a kind of pretty easy decision for me, just because I have family members that were also in the Navy, so I already knew the lifestyle, and I already knew what to expect. That was that. So I did go to college. I didn't really have a major because I didn't stay there that long, and yeah, I hope that answered that question. But I am a very big supporter of people that go to school. A lot of my friends have multiple degrees, and I'm always praising them about things that I actually lean on them for a lot of stuff. So that is that. And I am actually considering going back to school. So next question. One of my supporters, Nicole, she asked me to do a vlog on a weekday and weekend in my life. So I hope I'm actually trying to do that. I hope you guys feel like I'm kind of doing that now. But I am definitely going to be staying on track. I think she's just trying to motivate me to stay on track. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that a lot more often and doing my best to bring you guys as much of me as I can. Somebody asked, how did you become so close to perfection? I actually appreciate that compliment. I am absolutely not perfect whatsoever. I've just, in my age and as me maturing, I've just come to kind of accept my flaws, and I feel like confidence trumps everything. Like, even when I'm not feeling like today, I'm not feeling my best, but I put more of an effort into looking good. I really believe if you don't feel good, you should look good. And just simple stuff like beauty and upkeeping, and I guess what they call the soft life now, that's really what helps me to keep going. Alright, but thank you for that compliment. Next question. I'm gonna try to do it in an order that kind of makes sense. Okay, so the next couple questions are gonna be pretty much revolving around my current, well, my new ventures in life and what I'll be doing post-military. So that's what these questions are more geared towards. So let's get started with those. Okay, so the first question is a loaded question, so I have to give a background story on that. So the next question is, when will you start taking clients? So for those of you that are now joining, or now this is maybe your first vlog of mine that you're watching, I am currently a part-time student in cosmetology school. I am actually going to be graduating here soon, and so my next ventures in life will be for me to get into the beauty industry and the cosmetology world. It is, as I said a few moments ago, it is my passion to make women, I'm very big on like women empowerment, especially since I've had kids. I'm very big on like mental health for women. I'm everything pro woman. I encourage all of my friends, I push them to do the next steps. Anybody that I encounter, well, I only really more so deal with women day to day, but anybody that I encounter, I always push them to be a better version of themselves. I really pride myself on being a better version of myself than I was the day before. Sorry guys, I sound a little raspy today. I'm kind of stuffed up. The weather in New York is kind of weird, so, well, right now. So the question, when will I start taking clients? So right now I'm in the process of getting my next business venture, just the back end as far as like the bookwork, the legal side, and all the legal documentation together. But as soon as those things are filed and my company is publicated and I get all the official documents back, that's when I'll be launching my hair services. Alright, but everything will be luxury and stuff like that. So listen out, or keep your ear open or ear up for that. That is to come soon. Alright, so to answer the question, when will I start taking clients? As soon as the back end is set up, because I'm all about business first and having my ducks in a row. So that's to answer that question. Alright, the next question is, how is it being a mom and an influencer? Does it get challenging? Okay, so it's a two-part question. All right, so as far let me tackle the mom part, well, the influencer part first. I never really consider myself an influencer because I'm just like, yeah, I'm really like late to picking up my phone and documenting my life, especially like with my military background. It played a lot into my like social life because for like a couple years now I've been like, I don't want to say off the grid, but I haven't really been able to tap into stuff. So it's not really until I came back here to New York since 2019 that I've been able to like really get active in Instagram and posting and stuff like that. So that's something that I'm really like, I don't want to say late in the game, because when I was like younger, social media wasn't really that big like that. We had like, I don't want to age myself, but Facebook and stuff was bigger back then, and we was more into like the texting, group chats, BBM and those stuff. That's the era that I grew up in. Dang, that made me sound old. But Instagram and stuff was not big like that, is what I'm saying, back then. So I really didn't have time to really pick it up like that. So that's to attend the, that's me addressing the influencer side. But I do appreciate that. Let me speak into this. Being an influencer, it is tough. Or on the road to being an influencer is tough. But it's something that I wanted to do, and it's actually pretty therapeutic as well for me. So it's like a double whammy. As far as doing that and being a mom, that is where the challenge comes in. So that addresses the second part of the question, which is does it get challenging? The reason why it gets challenging for me is because, one, if you first meet me, you won't really think I'm that much of a like outgoing, I don't want to say outgoing, but I'm very observant when I first meet people, just because I pour in a lot to the people that I am with. And I won't lie, I am kind of like, I won't say like extremely sensitive, but I'm very guarded on as far as like my feelings and who I let into my space. So that's where the challenge comes in, because like this is now getting easier for me. But if you like watch my first vlogs like to now, even with the last like couple that I posted up until this one, you'll see that it's been like, I've been kind of working on getting behind the camera and essentially like talking to you guys. But I mean, obviously when I'm recording, there's nobody here. So that part is a challenge. Also, I'm very guarded with my kids. I have two daughters. They're both two. I have a 2 under 2 right now. I'm a girl mom. And I'm definitely not into them. I don't post them and stuff like that. I'm very, like I said, guarded with my kids, just because there's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world. So I guess that's where the challenge comes in, just fitting in spots here and there, and able to get the footage and the content that I need to post on my Instagram, or like when I'm doing vlogs, without my kids being involved, until I feel, my husband and I feel more comfortable with them being posted or broadcasted type thing. So I hope I answered that question, and that was a great question. Thank you so much. Next question: what advice could you give to upcoming influencers and hairstylists? I think my motto is just be better than you were the day before. That's what I try to live behind. Influence, as far as upcoming, being consistent. That's something that I figured out I had to be better at. Just being more consistent on just putting yourself out there more. And as far as hairstylists, invest in yourself. One, I'm not sure everybody has their own motivations, but like for me, I'm gonna be making it big. So I talk myself into existence with everything that I do. So I'm gonna be big time at some point, whether it's gonna be corporate, whether it's behind the scenes. But what I have in store is, obviously, I would hope everybody plans their stuff because they wanna you know, launch and take off. But what I'm trying to do, I want to skyrocket. So as far as me, I say for a hairstylist or anything in cosmetology or in the beauty industry or anything that you want to do in life, invest. Well, we're talking about hairstyles. Okay, invest in outside education to better yourself. If you see someone like, I'm not afraid, like I will invest in other classes. I've done that. Like I will invest. I don't care how old you are, I'll learn. I don't have pride to say, well, I don't want to learn from somebody that's younger than me, blah 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 blah. I'll learn from young, old, man, woman, dog, cat, sheep, whoever. So invest in yourself, invest in your craft, and I feel like that's, you just keep learning. That's, I feel like, is the best answer that I can give. Alright, I think that's okay. No, next question is, what inspires your fashion? And it also says you have good fashion sense. Thank you so much. What inspires your fashion? You have good fashion sense. That question came from Creamery World Tour. So shout outs to him. He literally makes his own ice cream from scratch. That is his Instagram handle. If you guys are in the tri-state area, check out his Instagram, Creamery World Tour. Alright, so to answer his question, what inspires your fashion? You have good fashion sense. What inspires my fashion? Sometimes I see other people, like obviously social media is a big thing right now. So sometimes I grab inspiration from like other posts and stuff like that. I do try to, well, I feel like everybody follows some type of trend. But I try to put my own twist on it, especially like I'm always been like kinda on the tomboyish side. It took me a while, like even now, to be like do girly stuff, like even to some extent. Sometimes it's a bit too much for me. When I say as far as like I like to be comfortable. So in anything that I do, anything that I wear, I'm trying to be what's gonna bring me the most comfort for as long as possible, right? So you're not gonna be comfortable forever. But as far as like sometimes of what you have to wear and things like that, so I like to be always look polished and comfort, and I'm more so on the street chic side of things. So I'll wear a bomber jacket with some boots. Like if you go and look on my Instagram, you'll kind of see like where my style is kind of all over the place. It just kind of depends on the vibe that I'm trying to go for, the atmosphere. Like I always want to fit the aesthetic of where I'm gonna be. Alright, so if I'm gonna be somewhere upscale, then yeah, I'll dress more upscale, heels or something like that. If I'm going out with my husband, more than likely I'm wearing heels because I ain't walking that far. If I'm going out with my friends, then I'm definitely trying to be comfortable. Like more times than not, they have to ask me to wear some type of heel or something, and it's usually just for like a picture. Yeah. But other than that, I go for more of like the comfortable side and streetwear chic type thing. Alright, let's go to some other questions. Okay, so these questions are coming from my friend Christy. She actually has her own catering services here in the tri-state area. She is based in New York, but you can check out her Instagram. It's Christy Douglas Kitchen. I absolutely love her food. She has specials and stuff that she does throughout the week, but you can also obviously order for your own personal catering service, or if it's for an event, or if you just would like to place an order, hit her up. And I will do my best to, well, I'm gonna link and put her Instagram handle, or everybody's Instagram handle that I mentioned in this video down below. Alright, so her first question that she asked me a couple questions actually. She asked, what's the best advice you can give someone thinking about joining the military? Do it. We're regular people. As you can see, like I've been in for quite some time, and I'm very much so a normal person as far as I do everything that a normal civilian would do. And yeah, there's a lot of benefits and stuff in it. I don't want to get too much on the recruiter side of things, but I say do it. I say do it. If that's what your mind is at, you've done your research as far as what branch, which route you want to go and stuff like that, and your ducks are in a row, and that's just for anything in life, I say do it. If you have more questions, you can ask me. But yeah, that's as much as I'll say on that. Next question is, what's the biggest adversity you face when it comes to family planning? Okay, what's the biggest adversity? Balancing everything. So I'm very transparent when it comes to like parenthood, motherhood. It can get tough. It gets tough, especially in the newborn phases before like they start gaining their independence as far as like crawling, walking, that stage. Before then, it can get really, really tough. I've had my tough days. Yeah, so that is, and then juggling. So you have your rough days. That's just what dealing with a new human. They can't communicate to you what's wrong. So it just takes some adjusting. But the biggest adversity I'd say I face is juggling everything. Like even in this instance, juggling what you may want to do in your personal life, juggling being a mom, juggling being a good wife, juggling being a sister, a daughter, and a worker, you know, like your career and stuff, like your personal and professional goals. Juggling everything. You never feel like, well, not never feel, but sometimes I have to coach myself and feel inadequate, like I'm doing enough. That's the biggest adversity. Juggling everything and still feeling like you're fulfilling or you're doing good. Staying encouraged. All right. We're going more into the fashion question. Next question is, where has been your favorite country to go shopping in and why? Okay, so my favorite country that I went shopping in, and this was during my while I was deployed, so during my military service, we went to Dubai for about a week, and that was my absolute place to go shopping in. I forgot the name of the mall, but they have like, I think it's the world's biggest mall, because there's like a freaking ski slopes in there. There's like a water park in this mall. Every store you can think of, European and American stores are in there. Every designer you can think of is in there. The quality of service is impeccable. The cleanliness of the inner city is impeccable. There's a slight dress code. Obviously, the women there dress more modest because of their religious beliefs. But as far as like shopping, yeah, that's the absolute best place. And then there's like I don't want to say, oh well, there's an off city. It's called Abu Dhabi. And they have like, I believe I want to say it's the Le Souk. They call it Le Souk or the Golden Souk, something like that. It's kind of like an alley type thing, or a street with different vendors and they make suits from scratch. Now it was kind of hard for me to find one that deal with women, because in that country there's no interaction with opposite gender, so you won't really see in the mall, you won't really see the men. If you do, they're really like off to the side, and the women do most of the shopping. It's kind of like a separate type thing out of respect for their religion. And then but there you're able to get a suit made from scratch, so you pick out from the stitching, like the colors of the fabric, you pick out the type of fabric, the lining, and everything. So that is my absolute favorite place to shop. Great question. Next question is, if you had a time machine that could go back to any time in your life, when would it be? Explain. And then it says whether it's something you would change or if it's just something you'd like to experience again. Okay, so if I could go back, I would go back to when I was deploying. Because one, there's like this big misconception that when you deploy you're off to war, and that's absolutely not the case. So I would definitely go back to that, and I would vlog more, because like I said, in that time Instagram and stuff like that was just becoming popular. So we're talking like 2015, 2016 here. I would go back to that time, and I would most definitely start vlogging more. I would have started my YouTube and my whole influencer thing then. went, because not everybody's traveling there, and it's like, damn, I already went. Do I really want to go back? Yeah, I want to go back now with my husband, but you know what I mean? Like the first experience, I would go back to, in order to capture the moments instead of, it's good to live in the moments, but then it's like you look back, sometimes you forget certain stuff and things like that, the details. So I would have absolutely loved to catch it on film, and yeah, catch it on film and be able to vlog and kind of tap more into capturing the moments. So those are those questions, and then there's a couple more left. We have 4 more questions. Okay, so next question is what fashion house is your favorite and why? Gucci is my favorite fashion house. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I think you can pretty much tell that by now. Look, even my phone case. So I just feel like they're timeless. A lot of their pieces can be interchanged and intermingled. They do a good job of finding very distinct. I mean, the Gigi, sometimes for some people the monogram is a bit much, but I feel like for the most part they make it a very subtle added touch, like it's an accent to most of their pieces. However, the quality, for the most part, I've seen their quality of their fabric, of their clothing, their ready to wear is up to par. And I feel like their pieces are timeless. They're kind of good with following certain trends, but also doing it enough to, like, they do it to an extent where they still distinct themselves separately from other brands, in my opinion. Okay, next question is what are staple pieces in your wardrobe? Okay, it's gonna be funny, but this is my everyday bag. This is my everyday bag. You see, like, I need to take better care of it, but this is my everyday bag. It's literally just like a pink Gucci tote bag. That is one of my staples. What else is my staples? A good wig. I took a good time today. We'll talk more about this after my questions. But my bag, I usually wear some type of sneakers or slides. My Uggs, if it's in the summertime, then I'm usually wearing some type of sandal. Well, anytime it's warm, I wear sandals. Like, I really don't like my feet too closed up, other than in the winter. I guess that makes sense. But my bag, my tote bag, my pink Gucci tote bag, I have a smaller black one. All of my Dionysus bags, and let's see, I'm usually wearing some type of black or like sweats or something like that. These are like a staple piece, these sneakers. I forgot the actual name, but these sneakers, the trainers or the runners, I forgot what they're called, but these are my staple pieces. And then yeah, if I'm not wearing this, I'm usually wearing like some type of Uggs or sweats or something like that. If I'm going out, if we're talking like high-end type stuff, then I guess I should do my favorite pieces. So my favorite pieces in my wardrobe are actually these sneakers. My husband got me the other color, the blue colorway. The platform sandals that Gucci put out about since 2019 they started. No, 2020 they started, and they've been like doing different colorways. Those are my absolute favorite sandals. And then they have the rubber sole sandals. My husband got me those. I don't want it to sound like I'm bragging though. Anyway, those are my favorite pieces. And then my absolute favorite pieces, so as far as bags, any Gucci Dionysus bag is my absolute favorite bag. Is on any of them. Just pick it up, I throw in my little wallet and my car keys and some Fenty Beauty lip gloss, and I'm on the go. My absolute other favorites are my Gigi over the knee brown canvas and red canvas boots. Those are my hearts. Those two are my hearts. Like, if something was on, if my house was on fire or my closet was on fire and I had to grab something real quick, that's what the hell I would grab, those 2 pairs of boots, and I would get the hell out of there. But so I send my staple pieces every day, usually in Uggs or some quick sneakers. That tote bag goes everywhere with me, especially now that I'm vlogging. It carries my camera, my iPad, everything that I need. And usually some type of sweatsuit. If I'm going to work, I travel in all black. Yeah, or some type of sweats. So hopefully that answered that question. 2 more questions, guys. Alright, next question is, if you had 30 seconds in your favorite store to pick up whatever you wanted, what would it be? Okay, honey, so right now Gucci has this floral print collection. I would absolutely pick up the little half a moon crescent bag. I would pick those up. I would pick up I think it was last year, year before, 2021, the Gucci and the North Face had a collab, and they came out with the GG print jacket, puffer jacket. I would pick that up. No matter if they had like a small, any size, whatever size they had, I'm picking that up. I'll pick up every Dionysus bag in the store, picking that up. And then I see they have like this rhinestone collection. It's like a little, dang, what is the name of that? I think it's some type of bag that they brought back, and it has a bamboo handle. And this bag is like square, and it's square, and it comes in the brown canvas, and now they just dropped the orange one, and it has the rhinestones on it. I would grab those 2 bags. 30 seconds, that's what I would do. Last question, guys. Okay, what trends do you think will be happening for next season? So what we in now? Spring? Did we start spring yet? We still in winter. For spring, I see the 90s coming back. No, not the 90s, the early 2000s. I see the more classic natural look coming back in. Like, sorry guys, my camera got a little bit hot, so more of like the wispy. As far as beauty, I feel like the wispy or more mascara wet eye look is gonna be back. As far as eyelashes, I feel like as far as hair, more of like the flowy, it kind of already started, but more of like the flowy, effortless looks, a lot of layers, a lot of soft volume, more of like the fresh perm, fresh relaxer, blowout type look is gonna be back. As far as fashion, I feel as though the I don't know if back in the days anybody, but I did when I was like back in the days, the what was it, Payless had these like platform sandals that came in like the leather. You know who's bringing them back? I Am Jennifer Lee. Those type of clogs, platform sandals, the slip-in, those are gonna be back in style. I see that the denim and stuff is already making its way back. More of like I feel like the Aaliyah vibe is coming back in. As far as like towards the end of summer, I see very much so match sets with like how Gucci has the wool skirt sets and stuff like that now. I see that coming back into style. And a lot more of the denim, bell bottom, high waist, stuff like that. And also I feel like the Aaliyah era is coming back in with the oversized biker jackets, varsity, stuff like that. That type of stuff I see. That is the type of stuff that I see coming back in, guys. And that was the last question, guys. So I really do hope that you guys got a little bit more insight on me, who I am, where I'm coming from, where I'm about to go. Oh, let me just announce, this hair is something that I am testing out. So I did announce to you guys that I will be graduating cosmetology school soon, and I have been testing out some hair. I will be looking into more of like the beauty side of stuff, as far as like luxury installs and things like that. I don't want to divulge too much into it prematurely. I don't like to discuss things too much until it's in its final stages, or it's just about polished and I'm done with all the back end stuff on the legal side. So just to protect my everything that I'm trying to do. I won't divulge too much into it, but just keep a lookout, because the looks that I've been given as far as my hair has been what I'll be offering the girls and the guys, whoever is interested. If you want to get it for yourself, if you want to get it for your partner, if you want to get it for a family member, a friend, or whatever, blah 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 blah, this, that, blah blah blah. All right, guys, so I hope you guys, as I said, learned a lot more about me. I'm looking forward to bringing you guys a lot more content. If you have not done so already, I don't know what y'all waiting on. Please like and share this video. Subscribe so I can keep bringing you guys stuff. And I will see you guys on the next video. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at ITZ__KITA. I'm also on TikTok under the same handle. Alright? See you guys in the next vlog.